This vlog is going to be my vlog of trying to catch up on my, what are they, book challenges for Books and Lalas, Buzzword challenges, and the ones I am anticipating on reading. No, I'm not anticipating. I am reading The Enlightenment of Bees by Rachel Linden, and then Lisa Jewell's None of This Is True. I hope that I enjoy these, and I hope you enjoy my journey on reading these two books. And where did it go? If I have time, I'd like to get Kristen Hanna's The Four Winds read for another challenge, but I'm probably not. It'll probably be in a different vlog, because I just really need to get through January's books. So follow me along on this journey and vlog, and let's get started into these books. I don't know how to do this anymore. But here's my plan. I don't know if this vlog is going to be one part or 3 parts, but I am behind on my reading challenges, and I'm sure I've already talked about this in my intro, but what I am going to do is vlog my reading challenges, specifically for, what is that? Specifically for the 3 of them. I'm really focusing on the two Buzzword ones from Books and Lala. The whatchamacallit, the Buzzword, and then the Buzzword covers. I don't know what she's calling that one, if she's just calling it Buzzword covers. But I have not completed January, February, or March. Obviously, it is March 4th currently, and I'm trying this whole thing over again. Anyway, I got a goals video coming up, or you've probably already seen my goals video. Anyway, let's talk about the January books, what I'm going to read, or what I'm reading right now. So, I've already told you, I don't have my cover, that I'm going to read None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell for the Truth and Lies prompt. And then for the Patterns prompt, I am reading The Enchantment of Bees by Rachel Linden. And I'm actually listening to this on audio. I don't know if I'm going to end up audiobooking this one. I want to read this one physically. I don't know why. I'm not a good physical book reader, but I want to read this one physically. But I may end up getting it on, it's a weird thing, I may end up getting it on Kindle from my library, because I am, what the fuck is my cat doing? She was climbing up over the window. Anyway, it's beside the point. My, I am reading West with Drafts on my Kindle at night, and sometimes not at night, but I think I'm about 40% through with that. But here lately I've been really enjoying reading on my Kindle. And, oh, look at this. Look at my cat. Ignore my mess. Do you see her? I don't know. Anyway. This book, I don't know how to explain this book. It is, so we're following Mia, and the book starts out with her boyfriend of 6 years breaking up with her. She is, the thought was the night he broke up with her that he was actually going to propose to her, And that didn't happen. He was like, I can't do this. He started to, but he was like, I can't do this. And then he ended up breaking up with her. But she has kind of been putting off her dreams for this life that she thought she was supposed to have. And she was going to be happy with that. You know, the whole getting married, having kids, having this suburban life. But when he breaks up with her, her grandmother told her, you need to follow your dreams. And her brother also told her that. She talked to her brother and was like, what do I do? What do you do? You know, my life is falling apart. She's been working part-time as an apprentice at a bakery, and she's really enjoying that. But her passion is service. Kind of a, what's her name? Mother Teresa type thing. She wants to travel the world and help people. So that is, she gets this opportunity to do that for 9 months, and it's kind of like a reality type show. This wealthy entrepreneur is putting this on because he is very philanthropic, and so she wins this place on, or she gets a spot on this, on their teams. And that's about as far as I've gotten. I am 26, I'm not reading this, but I've gotten 26% of the way through this book on audio, and I'm fixing to put it in. I can't decide if I'm going to do that or if I'm going to watch some booktube, because I've got another project that I want to work on, another video project. But I need some booktube-y stuff for that. Anyway, that's beside the point. That so far I'm really enjoying this. Now, where the bees come in on this, her family, she grew up on a lavender farm, and they so in her dreams the bees keep showing up, almost like a premonition, and so I'm finding that interesting, which I imagine that's kind of where the title comes from, the enlightenment of bees, with them doing their premonition. She's getting her enlightenment. The bees are enlightening her for kind of like the path she's supposed to take, or the paths that are wrong, because she's had some negative dreams with bees that were kind of I don't want to say scary, but not good dreams. So anyway, this is a long update, so I'm gonna put my earbuds in, or decide if I'm gonna do booktube or listen to this while I work. I'm working from home today, and the lighting is terrible, and I've got a messy pile behind me because that stuff is normally on my table in front of me. So anyway, I'll update you on this in a little bit and let you know what I think about it. Okay, so I just finished The Enlightenment of Bees by Rachel Linden, and it was good. I really enjoyed it. I think it's probably a 4.5 star, maybe even a 5. Like, I don't know what would make it a less than a 4.5. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It was very enjoyable. Our main character is Mia, and like I said in the previous clip, we are following her journey through really finding herself and coming to terms with her passion, and that it's okay to make a career out of her passion, and she can still do good with it. She wants to be a baker, but she just doesn't think that that is good enough. She wants to follow in her aunt's humanitarian path, I guess. Her aunt is a dentist that goes around to different countries and offers free dental care. And I mean, I'm sure she's with a company. It doesn't talk about that, but as far as pay goes. But she always thought that that was the path that she was supposed to take, and that's the only way she could fulfill her mission in life. She wanted to be Saint Mia, like Saint Teresa or her aunt. And so she goes on this humanitarian, supposed to be a 9-month tour. Things happen, and she realizes that that is not the path that she wants to take. She really wants to be a baker, that is her passion. And while she's in a refugee camp helping out, one of it's the doctor, the medical professional there, tells her that just because she wants to be a baker, that doesn't mean she can't do good in the world. And so she tries to navigate that. And it was a really good story, almost a coming of age, but Mia's in her 20s. So, like I said, I just really enjoyed it. I thought the message was really good. I liked the characters. There wasn't even really any characters in there that were unlikable. We meet several different characters. There's probably 10, 11, 12 characters that are really well developed to be just side characters, and I really enjoyed it. I think it was definitely worth the read, and I highly recommend it, so pick it up. It's got a great pattern on the cover, so get that checked off. I have not started on the other book with Truth in it, and I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's a thriller. Maybe I'll start on that later this weekend. I don't know, it's going to be a busy weekend. My daughter's coming up and bringing my grandson, and I'm so excited. This will be the first time they've come to see me since I moved up here, and I've lived here for 5 years. I usually go back home, but I'm excited. I get to show them my city. I get to take my grandson to do some really fun stuff up here, and it's gonna be good times. So I don't know how much reading I'll get done, and that's one that I have to, it's a physical copy of it. Although I hear the audiobook's really good, and I need a new audiobook, so maybe I'll audiobook it. We'll see. But now I'm about to go to bed. Oh, you can see my cat in the background. I'm about to go to bed and finish Westwood Drafts, not finish it. I think I'm like 55, 60%. I ended last night on a spot that it was getting to the point where something was about to happen. Something almost bad was about to happen, and I couldn't do it. I had to stop before it happened. I got real anxious and that foreboding feeling, and so I just had to stop. But Westwood Drafts is, while it's not on part of this challenge, it is about a young boy during the Dust Bowl, or the Dust Bowl had just happened. He lost his parents and his sisters. They had a farm out in the panhandle of Oklahoma. And so he was orphaned. He was 16, 17 years old, and he makes his way to New York City because the only person left in his family is like a distant cousin or uncle. But then a hurricane comes through, and just kills his uncle, and so he's left orphaned again. But it also blows up a ship that has 2 drafts on it that they're taking across the country to California to be a zoo. It's the first drafts in the country. And so we're following his progress with traveling and taking these drafts across the country. So it's the Dust Bowl that just happened, and there's talk of Hitler wanting to start a war. So the war in Germany, World War II, has not started yet. But there's talk about Hitler. Not a lot, just there's news stories every now and then. And because it's got like little clippings of newspapers stories in it. But it's really good. The main character in it, that is the narrator of the story, his name is Woody Nickel. Cracks me up every time. Well, Woody's his nickname. It's Woodrow Wilson Nickel or something like that. But they call him Woody, so he's Woody Nickel. Cracks me up every time. But he is like in his, like, 100 years old now, and he is dying, really. He's in a nursing home, and he has to write this story before he goes. And we get the premonition of that he has passed, and the nurse is clearing out his room, and finds all of these notebooks in his trunk, you know, one of the trunks, storage trunks, that where he's written his story. And so we're getting the story. She sat down to read them, and we're getting the stories, but it's him narrating his writing of it. So it's really good. I'm enjoying it. It's a little bit slow, but it is what it is. So I guess I'm in kind of like a historical fiction mood, literary fiction mood right now. So that's what I've been reading. So anyway, this is a really long update, and maybe kind of boring, I don't know, but I will check in with you in a little while when I have something more to update you with. Curious George. This is the bathroom.
Go to the back. Who's that?
These are and it's got rabbit holes. Yeah. Yeah, this is the first. It's been here a year. It doesn't come out. It's stuck. It's stuck on the wall.
go in there. I see you.
Where this sidewalk ends. Sorry.
Okay, there's the body.
So I just realized that it's been a few days and I haven't given you any updates on this. None of this is true by Lisa Jewell. I'm exhausted, y'all. I have not slept in like the last 3 days. Well, I mean, I have a little bit, but like 5 hours total in the last 3 days. It's ridiculous. But I'm about this far through. Not about, I am this far through, which puts me on page 65. I've been reading a little bit here and there at night at bed. I'm fixing to lay down on here on the couch and do a bunch of reading. It is 6:30 right now, so I can't go to bed. But I am enjoying this so far. It's very interesting and intriguing, not what I expected. Basically, we're following two women who share a birthday, and they're birthday twins, born on the same day at the same hospital, two different life paths. And we're following their stories that interconnect. Hi, Breezy Girl. Hi. So one woman, they're both 45. One woman got married young. She was she started dating her husband when she was 15, and he was in his 40s, so there's some sketchy stuff there. And the other woman, so that was Josie. The other woman is Alex, and she has a, cat tail on the way. She has a podcast, and she was originally following the podcast through, women. It was about women being successful. And now Josie pitched this idea of her telling her life story. And so they've sat down, they've recorded the first one, but we're getting little bits this was apparently, her story was apparently turned into a Netflix series, and so we're getting little pieces of that, of the interviews for the Netflix series of the people that knew Josie before. And it's early on, we know that there's at least 2 murders happen here. And I don't know who it is, but I have my assumptions, because the people that we're talking to for this documentary is Josie's and her husband's, Walter's, friends and family. So it's interesting. I'm intrigued. It is told in dates. So this part of the story takes place on June 21st. So, like I said, I'm enjoying it. I know I'm not making any sense right now, but I want to get this book read. I'm going to lay here on the couch and read and hopefully not fall asleep because I'm exhausted. But I want to wrap this up so I can get this, well, wrapped up and move on to the February books. So I will check back in with you in a little while. Okay, I'm sitting out in my car, and I'm just gonna be weird and talk to the camera. There are people walking by. The kiddo had an appointment, so I'm sitting out in front of there. But I read like 100 pages last night. I'm on part 2 of the book, and it is a wild ride. Now, I know this is probably not a huge thriller that most people, you know, are, would think of like a thriller, but it is, and it's not thrillery-ish, like, you know what's gonna happen, or at least you have an idea what's going to happen from like the very first like couple of chapters, but the journey getting there and seeing how it all plays out is wild. And it's one of those, it's like more psychological thriller type, because it could happen, like this situation scenario could happen, and definitely has happened. So I'm gonna sit here. She has a 45-minute appointment, and we're a few minutes early, so I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna read, because all I want to do right now is read. I had to make myself put the book down last night and go to bed. It's because otherwise I would have been up all night reading. So that's my update. I will check back in with it in a little bit. There goes the car. I know people think I'm crazy, but that's okay. It's snowing. It is snowing. It was 80 degrees yesterday. It is currently snowing. Okay guys, it is like a long time since the last time it's a long time since the last time I actually recorded anything. I haven't really been reading, and mental health has been really, that's really the big thing. You know, the world's falling apart. I've got stress at home. Things that are happening in the political world are affecting my life at home, and so it's just a little bit stressful right now. And other things could impact it even even more severe later on. But that's not the point of this little clip. I am still reading Lisa Jewell's None of This Is True. I am about to go to the first meeting of a silent book club in my area. I have lived here for 5 years, and I don't know anybody outside of one person who I knew before I moved up here, and one other person that I didn't know lived here, but I knew from a previous online group from 20 years ago. And then the people I work with. That is it. I don't know anybody else. And I don't really hang out with any of them outside of work. So I need friends. And how do you do that as an adult? So this is the very first book club. The very first meeting for the silent book club in my area. So I'm going to go. I am running a little late. I need to be leaving here like right now. It starts in about 30 minutes. And it's about 20 minutes away. So I'm just gathering my stuff up, but I wanted to film this clip because I wanted to, I don't know how this is going to go, and I'm nervous and I'm scared, and I'm going to make myself do it anyway. I woke up this morning and I woke up with a little bit of a headache, and I thought, well, I'll just, maybe I'll just not go. And then I was like, no, Jennifer, you need to go. You've still got plenty of time. You know, I may not be able to put my makeup on. I may not be able to wash my hair and get it all fixed and all that. But I still have time. I can still take a body shower so I'm not stinky or anything. I can pull my hair back so it's not too super weird and awful looking. And I can go. I don't have to have makeup on. These people don't know me. I may never see them again. This may not work out. But I'll never know if I don't go. So instead of laying there and making excuses and skipping this, I am going to go. I'm making myself go. And I'm uncomfortable. I don't like this. These people may be a lot younger than me. I'm almost 50 years old. And, you know, these people may be in their you know, 20s or 30s. And so that was another factor of it. But I'm going to go. Because if I don't go, I don't know. I need to get out of this house. I need to reset everything. I don't need to sit here and move to the couch and doom scroll. I need to figure out how to get my life back on track, even if things are crappy in the world. I still have to take care of shit. So I'm gonna do this, and I'll check back in with you when I'm done. Okay, so I filmed a clip earlier. I don't know if I like it, but I was a little all over the place. But I just left PetSmart from getting the cat food and cat litter and cat stuff. But whew, I wanted to give you an update on the Silent Book Club meeting. I really enjoyed it. I was a little nervous going in at first. Walked in with another lady that is obviously from the area, born and raised here, but we were, I walked in with another lady who is from here, and it was really nice, real friendly. Enjoyed having the conversations with her and talking with her. We seem to have quite a bit in common, so that is great. I was nervous that other people there, you know, would be cliquey, or not really cliquey, because that's not really what, I mean, I guess book people do that too, but we, like they had known each other for a while. And there was a group of a few women that were like that you could tell that they knew each other and hung out often and all that. So there was that. They were very nice and friendly. Everybody was very nice and friendly. But it seems like a lot of us didn't really know each other. And so that was good too. It made me feel less uncomfortable, less awkward by not knowing anybody. And there were, the majority of them were probably, I would say, closer to my age, 30s, 40s, 50s. I have no idea what anybody's age was, obviously, but they seemed to be more closer to my age, several of them. And it was nice. It was great. We had a good discussion about what books we were reading, kind of introduced ourselves. Not that, hi, my name is Jennifer and I'm blah, 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 that kind of thing. But it's like, hi, I'm Jennifer, this is what I'm reading, blah, blah, blah. So that was great. There were books that I had heard of before. There were books that, you know, we had kind of talked about that hadn't, like, nobody was reading, but they had come up in conversations beforehand, before the book club reading part of it got started. So it was nice. It was fun. I won't be able to make the next one because I'll be out of town, but I will definitely go to as many of them as I can. And the lady that I walked in with and talked to chatted with a good portion of the time, I'm going to reach out to her, and she's involved in other book clubs in the area, and I'm going to reach out to her and see if I can't get some information on those, and so I can join some of those. I really want to get, you know, more involved in the community, especially the book community up here in Kansas City, and so I think that's a good route to go. And she and I read similar books. Like, I read all over the place. She seemed to also kind of read all over the place, not stick to one genre, so it's great. Anyway, my battery's about to die, so I'm gonna head to the grocery store, and then I'm gonna head home and do some probably some chores and hang out on the balcony before the rain comes in, because it is a gorgeous day right here. It's sweatshirt weather even though it's like late April. So anyway, car just pulled up next to me. Perfect timing, because now I feel weird. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, so last night I read this book. You can't tell what it is. It is none of this is true. I am about 50 pages left to go. Sorry about all the car noises. Actually, I've got about 40 pages left to go. And so at this point of the book, the things that I had predicted have already happened. So I know the last 40 pages is going to be wild. I still have a little bit of speculation, an idea of what may happen in the last part of the book, but I've been thinking about this book all day, so I wanted to stop and update you before the last 40 pages, 50 pages, and kind of let you know what my thoughts are. I'm enjoying it. It's an easy read. It's a quick read, although it's taken me months to read it. But it flows really well, and I've had suspicions. The things that from the very beginning that I thought were going to happen have happened. It's kind of real obvious how it plays out, or how it's going to play out. So there's that. But I'm going to read the last 40 pages, and I'll check back with you when I'm done. Okay, well, we just finished, and I'm kind of disappointed. Like, it's a solid 3 stars up until the last 50 pages. Like, I expected the last 50 pages to be that wow, got you kind of revelation or whatever, reveal, whatever. But it was just so anticlimactic. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know the ending, the last chapter, the last couple of pages with Josie's final whatever, telling us her side, or kind of on the bus, telling us her side was just, that's supposed to be kind of the got you moment, or the oh my god, such a page turner. And I just, it was just so very meh. Yeah, that's it. That's what it was. Breezy gave us her thoughts and feelings on it too. Yeah, you come say hi? No, go say hi. There she is. Yeah, there she is. She was my book reading partner. She laid right in the middle of my book while I was trying to read, just like a cat does. So anyway, I know that probably was a very unclimatic ending to this book, but that is exactly the way I felt about the book. So it had really high hopes, like all the way up to the last 50 pages or so. I was enthralled. Very disappointed, very disappointed. So anyway, I'm not sure where I've left the rest of this vlog off with, if I have wrapped everything up, but this, it finishes my January Buzzwordathon, Buzzword covers, and Beyond the Bookends books. I have finally finished them. For the record, it is May 1st. So, if I have, as I'm editing this, if I have not wrapped up everything from the other 2 books I read, I will do a quick recap. Otherwise, I'm going to end this here. If you've enjoyed this, please let me know. I know this is a mess all over the place, and that's just my life right now, because that's the world we live in 2025. So anyway, I will see you in the next vlog, I guess.